Holding space might be one of the sexiest tools in your toolbox, but you're probably not used to thinking of it that way. Why? Because we think being sexy involves actively doing something. Being charismatic, touching someone, dancing a certain way, expressing yourself, acting upon another person to convince them that you're sexy, right? But holding space for your partner or someone that you love doesn't seem to be a sexy thing to do because it often doesn't look like you're doing much at all. It might involve not speaking, not moving, not really doing anything. So how is this sexy? Well, holding space involves putting your full attention on your partner and letting them know that they are free to be themselves and that they won't be judged and that they will be heard and listened to and essentially held and comforted if that's what they want in that moment. And those are powerful things. There's probably not many people in our lives who do that for us, or at least not so consistently or intensely as a partner might. And when you hold space for someone, this needs to look like not just listening. People think that you just need to shut up, close your mouth, and just receive the sounds that your partner is saying out of their mouth hole. But it's so much more than that. It's more about setting aside distractions, clearing a space and time around you and your partner, creating a container, as they say, and allowing your partner to express themselves freely as much as they need to and in any way that they need to in that moment. Let's say they're going through a hard time, or they had a really difficult day at work, or they're confused or feeling lost about a project they're working on, or they had some insecurities come up within your relationship and they need to address it. It's going to be a difficult conversation. You've got to really stick with them through it and allow them to be as they are. So you're hearing what they say, but you're very actively paying attention to what they're feeling and how they're feeling, why they're feeling the way that they are. You're going to ask a lot of questions of them, like, why are you feeling that way? What might that be related to? What else is coming up for you? What would you like to do about this? How can I support you? How can I be here for you, even if it doesn't involve me doing anything? And this is how to dig deeper into your partner's experience of what their life is like, what's going on for them. And this requires you to set aside your own shit. You've got to stop thinking about you, even if it involves you, even if your partner needed to talk to you about something regarding your relationship or something you did or said. You have to hold on and hold off on talking about how it impacts you and what you want from it and what you want to do, because it's not about you in that moment. And this can be really tough, especially when it's a very emotionally charged conversation and a lot of feelings are coming up for you that you want to express too, and you want to get off your chest and you want to do something and analyze or judge or categorize or whatever, something about them. But you got to let them do the processing and work through everything on their end, and you can get to the stuff about you eventually. But in order to hold space effectively for your partner, you've got to let it all happen there. And comfort them, encourage them as they're going through their thing. Be like, hey, keep going, you're doing great. It's okay to cry. Do you want me to hold you right now? Tell me more about that. Do you want a break? Do you need to calm down for a second? Can I get you some water? What are your needs in this moment? So it's a very focused and enveloped way to be there for your partner. You're not just sitting and listening. No, it's so much more. And so how is this sexy? Well, we want to be seen as sexy to our partners most of the time, right? We want to be attractive, desirable, wanted. And it would be great if this happened easily all the time and we had a partner who did this for us all the time. But we know that this can be kind of inconsistent. It can depend on so many different factors. We want to know that we are worthy and desirable and sexy even at times when we're not dressed sexy, we're not acting charismatic, we're not consistently being fun and flirty or funny or interesting. We can't be that way all the time. Sometimes we're feeling not very confident, we're feeling broken, we're feeling lost or confused, we're kind of a mess. And when we need space held for us by our partner, then we want to feel free to be a mess, that we will still be held, we will be wanted, that our partner is still totally on board and there for us, even when we're being a little sloppy emotionally or being kind of rough to be around. And so when my partner is holding space for me and I got to go through some stuff. I got to talk about it. I got to let some stuff out. It's not very organized, right? And when I'm done and he's really done a great job holding space for me, then I feel like, wow, like you really are here for me, even when I'm kind of a shit or just a mess or confused and lost and not feeling in my power, in my strength. And I then return those feelings, in a sense, seeing him as a very sexy person who cares and wants me. And that in and of itself is hot. It is powerful. And it's such an incredible thing that you can do for your relationship, the communal thing that you are creating with your partner. So holding space for somebody can totally be sexy because you are showing up authentically and you are being like the pillar of strength for that moment, and you are allowing your partner to be themselves even when it may not look great or they may not feel great. And you're providing support in a way that allows them to be free. And how incredible is that? How often do we get that in our lives? So whenever you need space held for you, think about the ways that it is affecting the dynamic of your relationship and actually boosts things up and enlivens the connection and strengthens it. And if you want to work on your skills about how to hold space better, check out my podcast called Head Over Feels.